Hey, AJ, it's John Scott. Mike even called it the game of your life here this afternoon. I mean, were you flying around? What made you flying around so differently? This one than maybe what we've seen in the past.
Well, I think we had a good plan going into this game, and we knew we were going to have opportunities to get after the quarterback as backers. So had a lot of opportunities to rush, and I'm glad that those sacks and those plays came up because obviously, anytime you have big plays like that, it covers up a lot of possibly negative plays or negative things that might have happened throughout the game. But as a defense, top to bottom, I mean, I think we were +4 in turnover differential, so it's huge. And offense started fast this week and was able to carry that momentum. And defensively, we had to go out and play like that to end games. So it was good. It was a good feeling to win, and let's move on to the next one.
What about just the overall aggressiveness Leslie was calling with the game as a defense? Do you guys embrace that style of things where it's really, letting the dogs go?
Yeah, and I think that's part of the mentality that we went into this week, knowing that we were going to have opportunities to get after Russell, and we didn't want to obviously let him get comfortable because we know he's one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in the NFL of making things happen with his feet, especially when things break down. So bringing pressure and getting him uncomfortable is a key part of our game plan.
Appreciate it, AJ. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, AJ, what did you think about Tremaine Edmunds' performance today? He had a pretty great game alongside yourself.
No, Tremaine had a fantastic game. And speak of the devil, he's walking in the door. But he played fantastic, got everybody lined up, TFL, sack, PBUs. He was all around the field today, and that's what we need from our Mike backer. And obviously it starts with him, and everybody feeds off the energy with him.
What does this game say about the defense as a whole heading into the second half of the season here?
I think we have to keep this momentum going. We've been waiting on a game where we can come out and get this many turnovers in one game, and I mean it seems like we've been on the cusp with Tre'Davious' pick and Poe's pick. I think Jerry had the sack fumble as well. These are types of plays and things that we need moving forward to continue to build to become a great defense. Obviously, we gave up too many points. We didn't meet our goal in giving up points, but those big plays and turnovers translate to points for our offense, which is huge.
Can you point to one of those big plays on defense really igniting the defense in this game?
To be honest, I think it's the Poyer's pick in the red zone to start it all off. They marched down the field a little bit on us. I don't know if we had a penalty during that drive, but to get in the red zone and to be able to bow up and hold them to either a field goal or get a turnover is huge. Keeping points off the board is huge, and Poe started it off this week.
Awesome. Thanks, AJ.
Thank you.
Hey, AJ, Jay Skursky with the Buffalo News. Sean and Leslie have had your back this season. They've talked about how you've done some things that haven't maybe shown up in the box score that have really helped out this defense. But there has been some criticism of some of your performances on social media and maybe in the media or amongst the fans. I'm assuming that you probably don't pay much attention to that at all. But if you do, how good does it feel to have a performance like this today?
No, I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I go out and do what I need to do and try to perform to the best of my ability. I know it's a good feeling when you go out and perform like this. And I know, like I said earlier, big plays cover probably some mistakes from earlier in the first half. But I know I can play football. I have all the confidence in myself, and I really don't pay attention to any outward or outside noise. And that's one thing in this league that you can't do. You just have to focus on yourself, focus on the process, and get the job done on Sundays.
Appreciate your time.
Hey, AJ, this is game number 9. You said you guys have been waiting for a performance like this, and you felt like, you've been on the cusp. Is this just a product of getting this group that has a couple new people, in play here, getting a couple games in now where you guys feel like you're entering a different level of comfort out there and familiarity?
I think it boils down to the execution of the game plan. I know in limiting big plays, but I think we talked this week of the second half of the season and coming out strong. We have to set off or start with positive momentum for the rest of the season. It's a long year. And like I said earlier, this is just going to continue to build. And obviously we go on the road to Arizona next week. So we have to continue to build this before our bye week. And then I said, anything can happen week to week, but this is a good start. And we have to play well in November and December leading up to these playoffs. So to put a win together like this is huge for our defense and huge for the overall the team as well.
You were around Sean, obviously, when he was a DC. 9 games in, what are your impressions about what he is as a head coach, as a leader, and kind of what you guys have gone through this season to get to 7-2, now playing for him as a head coach?
Well, he hasn't changed. Obviously, the same person he was as a DC is who he is as a head coach, and that's part of the reason I decided to come here to Buffalo, because I want to be under his leadership. And I mean, he makes this team what it is. We feed off of him, and he sets the tone and the tempo for the rest of the team. And like I said, that's part of the reason I came here. Familiarity with him, familiarity with the defense, which obviously now is paying off in the win column. So